real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Princess Coleman says she and her boyfriend are self-admitted nerds who like comic books and anime, and the defendant is the king of the nerds, but he's also immature. Princess says she allowed the defendant to move into their apartment, but he failed to pay rent, so she's suing. Defendant Randall Stiegel admits that he's a nerd, but denies that he's immature. Randall says he had every intention of paying Princess until she confronted him at a party and dumped a bowl of chili on him.
Let me hear what you have to tell me.
Well, I'm here with my boyfriend, Patrick. We've been together for about 7 months. And I didn't realize when we started going out that meant I had to deal with this wolf pack of boys, these Lost Boys of Atlanta, like the 80s movie, but with a lot more
When you began going with him, you didn't know that you had to deal with
his group of friends. They're like the Lost Boys of Atlanta. They just run around doing whatever they want, skateboarding, drinking, hanging out on rooftops, painting murals. And
what kind of sucker are you? Your woman sitting here talking about you like a dog, and you sit out there. Well, you talking about your man like that?
Right.
State your name.
My name is Patrick Turner.
Speak up for yourself.
Yes, she has a problem with me and how I hang out with my friends, and I know this, but
How old are you?
I'm 22. We're
Are
not
you
married.
living together?
Yes, we're living together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you bring them over to the house?
Yeah, I brought Rand over, yes.
Do they do all that when you're at the house?
No.
All right.
my house has rules.
Yeah,
All right, so then what's your problem?
Our problem is just my friends in general, because I can admit that I do have some friends that do some pretty crazy things.
Do you do the crazy
I
thing?
do some things, yes, but
And she knows about them?
Yeah, but not with her. With her is, you know.
I'm just
very
trying to
respectful.
understand how you allow this woman to talk about you like this.
Well, I didn't know she was gonna come and talk about it. It's more of my friends than me. I don't think she really has a problem with me.
No.
All right, see?
Poor thing. Go ahead, ma'am.
But you understand where I'm coming at. They're this group of like unruly children that pretty much need a guardian to take care of them and show them what to do. It's like, no, stop smoking on that. Stop burning a hole into the table. Stop taking feet down. Like
Okay.
all that basic stuff. Yeah, they're just that type of group of.
And he's one of those buddies, obviously.
I would say he's like the master nerd. We're like the black nerds. And I mean, we love anime, we like rock music, we like comic books, and I would say he's the master of the nerds, but he's also pretty immature, and that's pretty much how we clash. Like when I first met him, we ended up walking down the street and he was shooting cars with a water gun. And it was actually one pretty big truck that stopped, skidded to a stop, and the guy jumped out of the car and chased us. And of course they left me behind. But, you know, I can take care of myself, you know.
Now, I love these stories more than a lot of stories I hear about young adults in your age group in Atlanta area.
Yes.
Yeah, I prefer you all shoot water guns at cars. What are the other things you all do?
Feet on the table.
Feet on the table, burn cigarettes. So yeah, please continue that. If that's all you all are doing at this age in Atlanta, you're saints.
I'm sure it sounds nice when I'm limiting it to that, but there's also fun with drugs. There's, you know, falling asleep wherever you land, drinking 40s on rooftops. Like, it's some pretty dangerous stuff.
That
It's just
sounds a
stuff
little
I don't
destructive.
Really do. Yeah.
What do you want to tell me? Let me get a little background from you.
Pretty much, you know, pretty chill person. Everything she says, pretty much true, you know. I am a nerd, you know, I do enjoy anime, but I don't see myself as immature. Like, if anything, I'm probably one of the people who are actually one of the most mature out of us.
You finished school?
No, sir.
High school even?
No, sir. I'm a self-learner right now.
Okay, and is that what you're going to tell an employer who requires some type of GED, high school diploma, or perhaps even a skilled trade or a degree? That's what you're going to say? I'm a self-learner?
No, sir. Actually, I'm working in the video editing career right now.
Video editing?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So pretty much, you know, I'm that's what I do.
All right, but when that business perhaps closes, as many businesses do, or they lay you off, you're going to be able to go somewhere else. Most jobs, you need at least a high school diploma or GED, the overwhelming number of jobs, or college. So, I mean, you do what you like, but the reason I was asking that, because most nerds, one of the characteristics, at least I thought, was that they were academic types. That's what I thought. So,
I thought too.
Yeah, you're a wannabe nerd. You're not a real nerd unless you get your academics together. It's like a wannabe gangster. They out there playing tough, but they haven't committed a crime. Now, you got my point, just watching videos and walking around the house. Anyhow, tell me how he owes you for rent.
Well, the way that sort of ties in.
You all finished school, high school?
Well, yeah, I have a degree in film and television.
See that? Oh. All right, a bachelor's?
Yes, Bachelor's of Fine Arts.
Good. All right. You working?
Freelance on different films and sets.
Good. In Atlanta? You go to Tyler Perry Studios there in Atlanta?
I actually worked there once. We were producing 2 plays at once. So.
Excellent. All right.
fun.
What do you do?
Right now, I detail cars, but I did graduate high school. Basically, I do the same thing, freelance work. I am planning to go back to school for automotive. Or
for what?
auto body. I'm trying to
That's
make
a
up
good
my mind
move.
right now.
That's a good move. Going back to school for something you already have experience in. All right. How does he owe you for rent? I can see why he owes you. He works, but it must be a little low-paying job, or is it a well-paying job?
No, that's pretty okay.
All right. Well, you can pay her money. Go ahead. Tell me. Go ahead.
Where they sort of tie in with me, and where this sort of ended up clashing, is that they're so tight-knit and close that they share everything. Like, they share clothes when they've been homeless together. They share homes. They even share women sometimes at the same time. And
How do you know all that?
You know, just through the grapevine. I mean, I see what happens and I hear what happens, and I was just making sure that, you know, I'm a little different.
Let's go with that. See what happens.
I step out of the room. That's what I do.
Go ahead.
But Ram was in a situation where he didn't really have anywhere to go, and he didn't have any money. He started working with my boyfriend doing car detailing.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to help him out, because they're so close, and he didn't want me to say no, he convinced me to let him stay for a few days. And so he first came over during the beginning of April. And then after a couple of days, by the end of that week or the beginning of the next one, he said he wanted to become an official roommate, because we had an extra room. He and I shared the same room.
How long did he stay?
A few days. I don't want to say 3. I want to say
all right.
4 or 5.
And how did you come to the $200 amount?
Well, for the apartment, it's $600 a month. And I'm the only one on the lease.
Did he agree to $200?
Yeah.
All right.
$200
That's how you came
third.
to it. Okay. And he hasn't paid, obviously.
No.
All right, sir.
Well, pretty much it all starts out, you know, how it came to this: a prissy princess and a bowl of chili. No pun intended. You know.
Princess and a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
I'm usually pretty, yeah. You usually have a little insight into most things. You throw me off.
Well,
I might learn something today.
Well, there was a barbecue going on that neighbors were having. You know, I came over with a couple friends. You know, we were chilling, drinking beers, you know, having a good time. You know, me and Pat was trying to talk to me. Little did she know, he was talking to me to work something out so I could pay her. I didn't have a problem with paying her, you know, until, you know, and then she came in on the ending of a conversation.
Why hadn't you paid her?
Well, I was good. When I got paid, that's when I decided I was going to move out, and, you know, I had to get back and forth to work. So, you know, I had to use some of that money so I can get back and forth to work.
So you did have a problem paying her?
No, I didn't have a problem paying her. Before.
Why didn't you pay her then?
Because she jumped the gun. I was on to tell her I couldn't.
Why didn't you pay her before the gun?
Because I just started working there.
That means you had a problem paying her. If you couldn't afford to pay her, that's a problem. Go ahead. The two of you were talking at a barbecue, and then what?
She came down at the ending of a conversation, poured chili on me. Oh. You know.
That's what you meant.
Yeah, you know, I felt
Princess
that,
and its bowl of chili.
yeah, you know, I felt that was a bit immature and disrespectful. I'm like, how are you just gonna come pour chili on a person for no reason?
I agree. That's an assault and battery.
So after that, you know, I was like, I was talking to Pat and I was getting the money to come pay her. And then when that happened, I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. You know, I don't feel you deserve to get paid.
Well, you should have countersued her today, sir. You can't determine the law in your own way. That's what a counterclaim is for. But it's not too late. You can get her locked up and sue her.
Yeah, I could.
She talking all that stuff about how y'all act. They on top of the roof drinking. They doing this and that and the other. And here you out here assaulting people in public. How many witnesses were there?
Patrick was there, and one of our other good friends was there.
If it was a barbecue, there were a lot of people there.
Oh, this was during like the ending of the barbecue, like, you know, as
There's
it was
only
winding
2 or
down.
3 people there.
So, yeah, so it was.
All right,
it was
so you
coming
have
to
2
an
or
end.
3 witnesses to the assault. Did you assault him?
I told everyone that I did not want him anywhere near
Did
the
you dump
apartment.
the chili on him?
It was gumbo.
Now you have. Well, that's different. Well, that's different. Gumbo is not an assault. That's a gift. All right, so you don't have a case. All right, ma'am, I'm going to grant you your $200 for an unpaid rent. His only defense is that you dumped chili on him, and that's not true. You dumped gumbo on him. And those are 2 different things. One is an assault, the other one is a gift. You gave him a gift. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I actually think we could be cool after this. I just know not to trust him with anything involving money or my belongings.
Pat's my good friend. He feels he loves her, so you know, she's comes along with the package. It's a friendship now, so.
I think it's best to keep both worlds separate.